it's Shawnee. Welcome back. Today was a work in the office day, but I didn't really get to do a look, so I thought I would replicate the look I did earlier today. This is the makeup I had on for all day, but I did just take the eyeshadow off. This look is like 2 eyeshadows, and I'm really excited about that because usually I'm using more. But I am going to use the Lethal Cosmetics Metamorphosis palette. Here it is. This was one of their holiday palettes last year, I believe. There's this one, and then Evergreen, I think, is the other one that has more greens. So I'm going to use this shade here, Volant, and this shade here, Swarm. Is that the name of it? Yes. So just these 2 shades. The cool thing about Lethal is that you can take the shades out. Their palettes are magnetic and you can change things around the way you want to. But I'm going to just grab these 2 shades and let's put the look together. So really quickly going to go in with this paint base eyeshadow base from Colored Rain. Ooh, wow, I'm hungry. So it took me like an hour and 15 minutes to get to work this morning, but honey, it took me like an hour and 45 to get home. I think there were like accidents, and then so I park in a parking garage, and sometimes you have to leave your key. I don't know if it's like that wherever you live, but sometimes you have to leave your key because they double park, right? So you might have one car and then another one behind it. So they always ask, like, what time are you leaving? So that they can, like, you know, put the puzzle together. So because my commute is trash, as soon as my last client, as soon as I'm done with them, I leave. I, like, turn the lights off and I'm just, like, heading to my car. So I get to my car, but the parking attendant is not there. Ooh, when I tell you I was trying to do my woosah breathing, because every minute that I'm not on the road means a minute longer on the road. So I just kept seeing the time tick by, and finally somebody came, and they were like, "Oh, we're so sorry." I didn't even say anything because y'all gonna have me sitting here up in traffic for much longer than I would like to be. So yeah, but I'm home now. I feel like I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember. Okay, so why don't we start with the matte Swarm? What's happening here? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to use this Rose and Ben brush. This is the E29. So I'm just putting that at the outer corner, bringing it up a little bit. Ooh, child, I'm hungry. Don't worry, I'm gonna eat. Oh, so yesterday, usually I go to yoga in the morning. So some days I go in the morning, some days I go in the evening, blah, blah. So I usually go in the morning, but child, I overslept. I do not oversleep. So, like, I slept through the alarm. When I woke up, the alarm was still going. Now, Rose had been, like, messing with me to try to get me to get up and feed her, but I was just like, whatever, girl. So the alarm was still going, so I honestly didn't even hear the alarm. So I didn't go to yoga in the morning, so I was like, okay, let me just do an evening class. And I used to do this evening class, but it's hard. Like, the teacher is hard, okay? And it's usually more people, and sometimes that just, like, too many people, and we're all doing yoga and stretching. Like, I'm not comfortable. But I'm there, you know, on my yoga mats, and because I get there early, and this woman walks in, and she has a sweatshirt on that says "Black psychologists are awesome" or something. I don't know what the last part was. And I was like, oh, where did you get your sweatshirt? And she was like, I don't know, probably Amazon. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm a Black psychologist, you know, because everybody has to know. The crazy thing is the yoga studio that I go to is Black woman owned, and a ton of the teachers and like people who go to the classes are therapists, like Black therapists. It's so crazy. So not only do they have the yoga classes and like all this other stuff like meditation and Reiki and things like that, they also have group therapy. Isn't that crazy? At least I thought it was crazy. So she's like, oh yeah, you know, like obviously she's a Black therapist, and I was like, what's your name? And she told me, and I told her mine, and we were both like, I've heard of you. So, then we just started chatting because, so there are different, types of psychology and psychologists, right? So there's counseling psych, clinical, there's like school psych, there is IO psych, like industrial organizational psych, just like all forensic psych, just like all these different ones. So my degree is in counseling psychology, right? So with that degree, you can do a ton of different things. You can be a researcher, you can be a professor, you can be in private practice, blah, blah, blah. So she said she was also in counseling psychology. So we are going back and forth with like people that we know and seeing if the other one knows that person. It was so crazy. We know the same people. And she even knows someone that I went to grad school with like 10 years ago. Isn't that crazy? Or is it? It might be a little bit more than 10. So yeah. Ooh. Now I'm going to go in with the shimmer. And I was like, this was like meant to be. Because I would not have known like we worked at the same university. It's just, the world is so small, and the counseling psych world is so small. And this isn't the first time someone's been like, I've heard of you, because there was a listserv, right? And somebody sent out an email looking for a Black woman therapist to work with this person who needed basically pro bono services. So I reached out and I was like, hey, I might, you know, have some spots. I always keep spots for, you know, free services for folks who can't afford it. So I usually keep like 1 to 2 spots, and then, yeah. So I was like, okay, maybe I can help. And the person emailed me and they were like, I've heard about you. I've heard about your great practice. And I'm like, thanks. And I had heard this person's name before too. I don't remember how, but again, the counseling psych world is very small. And then the world of Black therapists, Black psychologists is small, and the world of Black women psychologists is even smaller, you know? So sometimes you'll hear about people. The thing that I am grateful for is that it seems like I'm well regarded in the community. You know, like I have a pretty good reputation. Knock on wood. Is this wood? Girl, what's wood? No, this is wood. Okay. So I'm really grateful for that, because that's important to me. Not that everyone needs to like me, because everyone doesn't like me, but that I have a good reputation in the field, and, you know, people seek me out for certain things. So I'm typically sought out for folks who want to work on identity concerns, whether that's like racial identity, racial and ethnic identity, gender identity, religious, sexual orientation, like everything, okay? But I'm also sought out for folks who are wanting to heal from trauma, especially sexual assault trauma. So it's just nice to know that, you know, that they like me. No, it's nice to know that I'm helping. I really like that. And that people aren't like, ooh, she's terrible, don't go to her. So I'm actually going to be having lunch with the person who emailed about getting therapy for someone. And then I'm also going to see the other woman at yoga again. So that's cool, right? Super cool. Okay, so basically this is kind of the look. It is a 2 shadow look. I'm just gonna blend more. If you wanted, you could take like your powder that you would be using and use it to like blend out the shades. This is a NARS soft matte powder. I have so many shades of it. So that just helps blend everything. And it's like a look that gives you dimension without, like, it's, how easy was this, you know? Use a matte shade and a, like, multi-chrome. So now I'm just going to put on some mascara. I think this might be my favorite mascara for right now. This is the Huda Beauty One Coat. I already have mascara on, so it's not doing anything too extra. Ooh, I was so tired today. Let me put some concealer back where I wiped off. Yeah, I was so tired today. So I do want to go to bed early tonight. I also got a new yoga mat. I was telling Jan and Erica, it's like the Pat McGrath of yoga mats. I'm so excited to use it. I don't know, it might be it might be like too high end for me. First of all, it's heavy. Like, I didn't expect that. But I guess in comparison to maybe the little old yoga mat I have, that I just got from like Target or Amazon. It's a GRWM yoga mat, pretty popular brand. But this one is heavy. It's like, I mean, not heavy like bad, but you could just tell it's a better quality. So I'm going to use it in class tomorrow. I'm excited. Also, this one woman and her wife, they're the ones that were like, oh yeah, this is a great mat. You should get it. And I see a lot of people with the mat. I feel like it's the more like serious yogis. They have this mat, you know? So obviously I need it. Going in with that same NARS powder and just setting that. I'm not going to do much. This is literally like 12-hour makeup. It's like time for it to come off. But I do want you to see the whole thing together. It's actually pretty good for 12-hour makeup, right? So what did I use today so that you know? I used the Cover FX Power Play Foundation, the new formulation. I used... what did I set? Oh, I set most things with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. And then I think I set everything with my Gucci powder. I was being real high end. I feel like a bit of that multi-chrome got under the eye, so I'm just going to make it match. So pretty. Yeah, today was a good day besides being long, and I even managed to take like a 15-minute nap on my couch. every therapist does it. So here is the finished look. This is basically what I look like today. These sweaters, I have to get more of these. They're from Torrid and they are just so nice. And you can just throw them on with a pair of pants or whatever. Put on some shoes. Girl, and that's a whole outfit and you're comfortable. So I definitely need to get a couple more of these. So I have this gray one and I have like a tan one. And I think I'm gonna get blue and red and black. You don't care. Anyway, here's the finished look. So try this out. If you've got like a multi-chrome and a matte, you're gonna get like a really cool look and it's going to look like, you know, you've got some dimension. I like really like this. Super simple and very pretty. I hope some of this was helpful. I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. Please be sure to like the video. Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know your best like combination for 2 shadow looks. Anyways, y'all, I'm tired. I gotta get ready to shower and go to bed. But thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.